season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
That's a pickup of 11 and a 1st down on their first offensive play.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And that is incomplete.
And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Now Fields.
Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing Jones. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, You just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Fields on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Fields. He's got this, complete to Williams.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So after the loss of a yard, they look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Now it's Fields. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. "7-7, our score after 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there, so I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Second down and goal. Fields. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal and still a long way from the end zone. Fields now to throw.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal, there's a huge interception.
Look at the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercepted.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2.
To throw is Fields.
Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. When they need to play on third down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
On fourth down, Fields. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. It's Eckler again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Mac Jones scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. Kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On first and 10, here's Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Seahawks are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This is swung out to Eckler.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They'll get 34 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Back to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off-play action. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 29, Jones. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. The defense, they're blitzing here. Jones finding room at midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 71 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now a first down throw, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. It's Williams on the catch.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Jones now. Throwing on first down. He'll get this to Eckler. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Austin Eckler.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 24. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago.
Jamison Williams.
72 yards.
And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 66 yards.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Here's Jones on first down.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
On second and goal, Jones.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal.
Back to throw. Jones. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
From the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields.
The open man is Shark. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Back to throw. Fields.
Got his man. It's Williams. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
On On first down, it's Fields.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Fields on first down.
And this one is incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Throwing Jones.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's good for the Seahawks. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. This is intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawks defense. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They snap it to Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught at the 20. And he is going to have the Bears first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Now Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jamison Williams with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On first down, Fields. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
To throw again on second down.
Fields.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Seahawks 34, Bears 28. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll conserve whatever time he can as they'll opt to bring it out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Jones looking around. Catch is made by Metcalf.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Here's Jones to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Jones.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Now Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Jones throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on